Micah with AOA, and I'm here with the band HoneyHoney. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hey. Guys. Okay, so you all are playing like a sold-out show, right?
That's correct.
How does it feel to come to Washington, D.C. and just play a sold-out show?
Well, we have to be honest about something. It's sold out because our friend Christina Perry is kind of big news. You know what I'm saying?
Headlining, yeah. We're opening, so we're support. It definitely feels good to open for a sold out crowd because wow.
Sorry about that. We do not condone underage drinking.
That there's gonna be a lot of people out there, and there's a lot of energy, and there's something exciting about that many people in one room. So it's cool. It's all good.
You all aren't signed, like, correct?
Actually, not correct.
You guys are?
We sort of technically have our own record label, but we are working with a company
We do.
Okay, so we have our own record label that we have sort of created, and we're working with a major label called Lost Highway, actually independent label, for distributing our new record called Billy Jack.
Okay. So is that like some advice that you can give to young people that are saying if you can get a record label, but you just would rather like just do your own thing? Is that something that you could give to some other people?
Well, why don't you take that one?
I think is always the best thing to try and do as much work yourself as possible. You learn a lot, and you retain so much more control that way, which I think when I was younger I didn't think was that important, but as you get older you're like, wow, that really is nice, to have that and beneficial. But we've been really lucky. Our management is incredible, and they've helped us out a lot to put us in this position where we essentially do have control, but we're working with record labels and very talented and powerful people, and we appreciate that.
And you all have opened for some big names, Christina Perry and Xavier Rudd. So what is it like to travel around the country and just meet these amazing people? And does that bring like a lot of pressure on you all, or?
You know what? No, I don't think so. I think we've sort of passed that point of like kind of freaking out. It's more just exciting, and all these people are really down to earth. We've been really fortunate to tour with some really cool people that we're lucky enough to even be friends with.
We're trying to steal their fame. Yeah. That's the real goal.
Steal their tricks. But, with that, manipulate that whole friendship thing I just said. Kidding. But
1 second.
1 second. Sorry. No, it's cool. It's good. Yeah, that'd be cool. Thanks.
That's the staff of the 930 Club outside the door.
Okay. I saw you guys at the Xavier Rudd concert, and I was like standing next to a woman that was a hardcore HoneyHoney fan. She reads your blog. She knows everything about you all. And how does it feel to have fans that are just that supportive and that just there for you guys?
It's amazing. I mean, I think it's like the product of all these years of work we put in, and now we're starting to meet these people who support us, and that's kind of like, it's a cliche to say it, but it's only a cliche because it's true. Is that like the reason we get to keep doing this is because of people like that, and as far as I know, we want to keep doing this.
And did you guys have like this type of things like in school and when you were young? Like did music come from a young age? And do you think that if it wasn't there, would you be here now?
Well, I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, it came from a young age. I wasn't always a professional musician, and I guess neither was Ben. You guys have to get there, I guess, but. Yeah, the bud starts at a young age, the sort of exposure to what music kind of means when you're exposed to it as a youngster. But I guess I'm not really answering your question. But what was the question again?
I think music in schools is hugely important. Honestly, like we both were exposed to it. Neither of us had huge. I don't think so. Huge music programs in our school, but they existed, and it's something that, like, even if you don't become a musician, you learn. It's not like you just learn music from learning music. You know what I mean? It's like anything else, and it's hugely important, and it's something that literally I'd say everyone in the world is interested in. So, I think it's amazing and a privilege that we should all get to have.
In 5 years, where do you guys see the band?
At your house, eating dinner.
In 5 years, I mean, I want to be so sarcastic. I'm like, we're traveling by spaceship globally.
We'll probably have jetpacks.
But realistically, I see us about 4 records deep. Possibly opening, headlining at theaters, and
with the Beatles, who have been resurrected.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And basically having a whole rock and roll showdown with Tenacious D, where we absolutely worship them and we become their faithful rock and roll slaves. But they also worship us too.
Yeah.
How was that? I threw that in there nonchalantly.
And how do you guys stay so down to earth? Because you guys are like really cool people, and I could see you guys talking to your fans on stage and just staying just really cool. And do you think that there will be a point where you guys will be completely happy with the success that you guys have gained, or no?
I think we're always happy with the success we've had, but it doesn't mean we don't have goals we haven't accomplished. You know what I mean? And I think, God, I pray that I can stay as grateful as I am and you are now. Because that's what it is. Down to earth. I don't know, but it's just kind of thankful, and I don't see why we wouldn't be thankful.
Yeah,
for this.
Something that you said was like, that actually, everyone has their reasons for playing music when you're a musician, but like for me it's that relationship with those people, and like being down to earth is mainly just like I'm just as excited to see them after the show and say thank you, like, and when people come up and they say like, hey, this song of yours means this to me, and I'll tell you why, like, man, that's so cool, because it's like, I like to play music to make people feel something, and you get that back, and it's a really powerful thing, and it's I hope to God I'm always grateful for that. I don't see myself becoming a huge jerk. So let's hope that doesn't happen.
For the young person, like a teenager or a young girl or boy that wants to do what you all are doing, is there something that you all can tell them? Because the series is about young artists and people doing like what you all want to do. So is there something that you guys can tell them as advice?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. I'm sure Ben's got stuff to say too, but I would say, practice and be yourself as much as possible. And there's never one way to learn something. It's like if you can't read music but you'd rather play it by ear, or you'd rather just play cover songs and like express yourself in that way. Like there's no wrong way to do it. Just do what makes you feel good, and harness that and own that shit. Sorry.
It's okay. There are no boundaries.
There we go. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I just say never prevent yourself from learning anything. And also, it's going to be harder than you will ever have imagined. But knowing that going in makes it okay. You know what I mean? Because then you're there and you're not surprised. It's just, or maybe you are. You're constantly surprised, but you were expecting the surprise. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is there something that you all want to tell your fans just before we close out, or?
We have actually, we've made a lot of new fans on this tour with Christina Perri, and it feels so good and is so overwhelming that we're just grateful, that we have fans. So thank you for being our fans, if you are in fact our fans.
Yeah, let's hang out.
Okay, thanks guys for watching AOA, and I'm with HoneyHoney.
Bye-bye.
Bye.